Hey world, it's Ben. Want to come back to another video. Fam, I want to come back to this video here because, like I say, it's a lot of things that you hear on the television, but there are a lot of things that you don't hear that they're not talking about that's going to affect you personally. You know what I mean? Like today. I mean, think about it. Right now, guys, we're in a situation where you shelter in place, unable to go out and do non-essential things, And there are a lot of times, there are a lot of people right now, at this particular time of the year, are expecting a tax refund. Now, if you guys out there right now who haven't received your tax refund, and you've been calling the IRS and no one's answering the phone, and you calling them, leaving messages and no one's answering the phone, no one's calling you back. Well, that's for a reason. Because see, what the IRS did, which no one knew about, was they closed all their call centers. They closed all their, taxpayer assistance centers, right? And so who you are calling trying to inquire about your tax refund, especially in this particular time, because remember, a lot of people, that are hourly workers, a lot of these small businesses that are unable to pay their employees, they depended on that tax refund. And so now not only is Congress holding back on sending out these stimulus checks to everybody, and if you don't know the qualification for a family, if you filed your tax return this year, your 2019 tax return, then you will be receiving this stimulus check that the Congress have passed. And if you didn't file this year, then they're going to go on your 2018 tax returns. Okay, those are everybody that's going to be eligible to receive this check, this $1,200 check. But of course, if you're a non-resident or not a citizen, illegal immigrant, then you won't be receiving the check. But let's look at this for a minute, family. It's over $1 trillion that they agreed upon. And all they can think about is giving us $1,200. And not only that, they saying now that you may not even get those checks until May. See, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. So here you have, you're sitting at home, you're waiting on your tax refund, you haven't received it. Why? Because the IRS has quietly closed all of the call centers in the country. And then they just put something on the wire recently saying that due to the coronavirus epidemic, they've closed down all the centers all over the country until further notice. But they will continue to, accept tax returns, send out tax refunds. But if there's no one working, how are you doing that? That's bad, family. And that's why I say, you got to pay yourself first. 'Cause I promise you right now, the market went up like 600 points this morning, but then it dropped 500 points. Okay? So don't fall for these false highs, because it's all manufactured by, the U.S. Treasury giving money to the corporations so they can buy their own stocks back. See, they're trying to sustain this bubble, but you can't forever. And for the family out there that's waiting on those tax refunds, man, like I say, they closed down the IRS. That's interesting, right? So if I just want to come back with a little food for thought, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And in the meantime, between time, may the Most High Inside you bring you joy. And being one is out of 5,000.